Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Wow, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. Wow. Did I see Bitcoin was over 18,000? Someone tweeted that about an hour ago. I haven't looked at the market. We're going to look at it together on livecoinwatch.com. Screw CMC. Screw CMC. So we're going to check it out on livecoinwatch.com. But man, if that is true, wow. So this is an interesting thing because, again, if the altcoins do not rise with BTC, yeah, it will be not as beneficial to those of us who are in the alts. But if it does rise with it, then there's a great chance that we'll have two altcoin runs, as BC Backer, blockchain backer likes to say, and I'm really looking forward to that. By the way, check out bcbacker.com. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend you go check that dude out. It's a course there. Yeah, I think the first 3 or 4, 15 to 17 minutes modules are about, it's about TA. I get it. I mean, if you could, I know people skip those completely and just go right to the stuff that pertains to us as XRP hodlers and looking to take advantage of the trends in the market. You can do that as well. But I definitely recommend it. It's a great listen to. It's a great price. For me, it's just a great price, I believe. For the info, for the knowledge that you get, for that little insight into the market that you get, I think it's well worth it. Go check that dude out. I think it's bcbacker.com, Bravo Charlie backer.com. So let's look at the, by the way, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. Shout out to all the friends out there in podcast world. It's good to check in with you guys. I know I haven't been out there in a bit. It's good to check in with you. Drive safely, my friends. HODL strong. It's a great time to be in the digital asset space. It really, really is. We're moving from a debt-based society, in my humble opinion, to an asset-based society. And right now, this fourth industrial revolution is this new asset class. Digital assets is the thing to hold, in my opinion. That doesn't mean that the only asset you have to hold, but it's a good one for sure. So, well, Bitcoin's down to 17,900 now. So I missed the opportunity to see Bitcoin at $18,100. Ethereum's at $475. I stacked up on some ETH last night, thanks to my RSR gains. Yes, indeed. Huh? Yeah, I got some to have an even number of ETH, because if it, I think ETH is, if it gets to 10 to 20,000, if you have a few, So, yeah, very, very good. So, XRP 28.9 cents. So I think this is good right here. The 17.8. Yeah. So this is looking really, really good, I think. Link's at $13.27. And yeah, like I did with Link once, I'm going to do it again when I get to a nice, healthy price point. Cashing out, baby. Cashing out, baby. I did that before, and I got other assets. I'm not going to get other assets anymore with any gains. With any gains that I get in alts now, I'm putting them into 3 of my primary assets. So I'm just adding to those assets. So I'm going to add, for example, if your primary assets are Cardano, EOS, and Litecoin, rather than taking the gains from other alts and buying other alts, which was what I was doing, I'm going to take the gains from other alts and put it into my 3 main ones: Cardano, Litecoin, and EOS, right? Because it's free money, right? And you get to increase your position in with things that you believe that can 10x, 15x, and 20x, right? That type of deal. So yeah. So that's what I'm kind of looking to do. Shout out to Blockchain Factor for, giving some great insight and on some strategies. I liked it. Nice strategies. All right, so Bitcoin 17.9, Ethereum $476, XRP 28, almost 29 cents, Link $13.30. Yeah, loving earning that interest on that Link on Celsius. Oh, love it. All right, so Litecoin $71.63, Bitcoin Cash $242, Binance Coin $28. I missed out on the Binance Coin. Had a few, sold them. Yeah, I kind of missed out on BNB, but that's great that we're in a new asset class. It's an asset class with a bunch of assets, right? Word on the street, Celsius could be that BNB. So that next BNB, and it's $2 now. So Polkadot's $4.68, Cardano's at 10 cents, BSV, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, is at $162, and I'll go to EOS at number 13 because it's in between an asset and a stable coin. $2.60 for EOS. So there it is. Those are the numbers. I'm going to go through this rapid fire because I got a bunch of stuff to cover for you guys. First, let me go over a few of some things that I have here. Michael at Val 5 Links. What's going on, my dude? Big time value add to the community. This guy just puts the stuff out. I gotta tell you, I don't even know if we're following each other, my friend. I'm following you. I don't know if you're following me, bro, but I like what you're doing, my friend. So this is, I found to be very, very interesting. First of all, this Kroger thing. Woo! Talk about Main Street adoption. So word on the street is that this Bitcoin bull run is different than the last in 2017 because it is more of a broader range of people coming in, and it's a steady rise versus, believe it or not, steadier rise than the last bull run, which means more and more people are getting into it. Not hype, not speculation so much, but a broader adoption, if you will. I just found out about another billionaire, Mexican billionaire, who owned up to the fact that 10% of his worth, if his asset worth, his net worth, is in Bitcoin. 10%. Right? We all heard about Michael Saylor, what he did as the CEO and founder of MicroStrategy, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, 10% of some billions, probably hundreds of millions too, right? He put his cash reserve, Michael Saylor did, into BTC. So a broader adoption. I'm going to share a video with you from the dude, Alex Mashinsky from Celsius, educating us once again, educating the average Joe and the average Jane, unlike others who are in the inside, won't do. They won't do. And understand that Alex Mashinsky, with 2 unicorns under his belt as an entrepreneur, I think his exits combined were $2 or $3 billion in exits. He's in that 1%. So he's on the inside of some, and in the know in a lot of places, right? And definitely shared some great stuff about the central banks and you and I, which we talked about on the live stream last night. So this is the third dude saying it. So I think that is confirmation for sure. But Kroger's, Michael at Bow finally tweeted out, who knew Kroger to begin offering Bitcoin rewards to everyday customers? Yeah. Kroger to begin offering BTC rewards to everyday customers. This is on livebitcoinnews.com. That is interesting. Kroger, grocery outlet Kroger is offering Bitcoin reward to all customers who seek to purchase, who seek to purchase items from its stores across the USA. Oh man. When moon, I might take some of those digital assets and just kind of stack up on some BTC versus, cashing out and putting into the USD. But that's interesting. Kroger's. So anyway, what else did I want to share with you guys? Something else Michael at Biofabling showed. Yeah, he showed it like 2 hours ago. BTC was at $18,175. $18,175. MoneyGram's at $8.25 for those of us in the community who know got some of that MoneyGram. Not bad. Some people were up 700, 800% right now on that MoneyGram. I am not, but I do have a few. I got a tiny bit. I got like a 7-year-old piggy, 7 or 8-year-old's piggy banks worth of of MoneyGram. But it looks like it's going to be a great long-term purchase. Not financial advice, but that's what it's looking like for sure. So let me do this. Let's do this. There it is right here on Tuesday, again, from Michael at Val5Links. Make sure you guys follow him at Val5Links on Twitter. I'm telling you, the dude comes up with some gems of information. On Tuesday, November 17th, the day that Bitcoin price broke through the $17,000 level, Mexican billionaire Ricardo Salinas Pliego said that 10% of his liquid assets are in Bitcoin. Interesting. So also here, another thing, BitHum is going to support the airdrop of native token Spark issued through its utility forks from Flare to XRP hodlers. Is that the Korean exchange there? I think it's the #1 exchange in South Korea. What? More and more exchanges, more and more people are supporting this airdrop. Why do you think that is? Really, really cool. So BitHum is doing it. Stephen from the Bull D app said this, and I think this is really important to pay attention to because there's a possibility that the central banks will be doing this very thing. Correct me if I am wrong. For every transaction of IOU tokens issued on the XRP ledger, this is from Stephen from the Bull D app. You know this dude, big time community member. For every transaction of IOU tokens issued on XRP ledger, a small amount of XRP is burned. If that's true, if a central bank chooses the XRPL to issue CBDCs, then they need to hold XRP in reserves to facilitate network fees. That is true, Stephen from the Bull D app. In fact, on the decentralized channel on YouTube, Ripple X was on there and said that very thing. Check that video out for sure. 50-minute mark and a 1 hour and 50-minute mark. Really, really great points, I believe. At the 50-minute mark, that guy said it's a good chance that central banks are going to go around the commercial banks and deal directly with you and I. So, and then you heard Brad Garlinghouse the other day say that he knows for a fact the central banks are looking into using the XRP ledger to issue whatever asset they're going to issue. It's open source. They can do what they want when they want. And that they may come to them, Ripple, for their expertise on how to do it. But it's open source. The genius in the open source, I got to tell you, here's the genius in it. If you make the best of, right? If you make the best of the best, first class, if you make that top shelf thing available to everyone to get access to, stretch to get to it, if you will. If it's best in class, why are they going to go somewhere else where it may or may not be permission or permissionless? It may or may not. And it's second best. You get it? So what the people from Ripple said is we're going to make this thing, we're going to make the best of the best, first class, top notch. You know, the stuff that goes on the top shelf. We're going to make it open source, available for anyone and everyone to use, to choose to build, to use. Right? We're not going to proprietarize it and then go on the marketing trail. No, we're going to make it open source to everyone. You got to get that genius move in that. The genius move in that. It's just a big picture, long-term picture to that move. I really, truly believe it. And then what I learned yesterday on that decentralized channel where Ripple X was on there, this stuff, they make this stuff easy for people to come in and work on, right? Not easy for me, but for developers or companies that hires and developers, they made it easy to build on, easy to take advantage of all of his attributes. Genius in motion. You got to hold some XRP reserve though to use it. And every time you do some transaction, yeah, they're going to burn some XRP. Genius. It is genius. It is genius in motion. So Stephen from the Bull Deep, you are correct. All right. Blockchain Backer tweeted this out 44 minutes or so ago. Bitcoin's total market caps has touched a new all-time high. That is great news. And if you're following Elron, which I am, small amount, not much. Not much. Benjamin Minshew, who's the founder and the creator of the EGLD, 2 million new users will now gain access to eGold, and existing supporters gain additional options to manage their holdings. EGLD is now live on the Changelly non-custodial swap platform. So you can euros into you know, we all remember Changelly back in the day. We used to use Changelly, right? It's available there. So interesting for those who follow VeChain. Kyle McLean, what's going on, my friend? There's another big time value add to the overall digital asset space. VeChain has the most real world business partners. I don't know if they have the most. Deloitte, PwC, DNVGL, China, Unicorn, Louis Vuitton, Hennessy, Dior, Tag Heuer, Givenchy, BMW, Shanghai Gas, Walmart China, Government China. So this article says VeChain partners with the Chinese government to develop a health platform. All right, so what else is there? Is there anything else I wanted? DJ Peter Vash shared that news about the South Korean exchange BitThumb supporting the airdrop, which I think is hugely important. All right, that's enough for my thing here. Let's go over to George Gammon. I highly recommend, again, if you want to level up your IQ on what's going on, if you want to fine tune those XRP radar antennas, check out George Gammon on YouTube. It's coming, whether we like it or not. Be prepared or be a victim. The Great Reset. A better economy is possible, but we need to reimagine capitalism to do it. I thought this was really, really interesting as well from Matt Kaufman. Today, in one day, this is 2 days ago, 16th of November. In one day, our law firm had inquiries for corporate redomestications, which is moving from one place to another, for 8 companies wanting to move from California to that crypto state, Wyoming. 8 in a day. He said 8 in one day is a new record. Is a new record. All right, this is something that from Shadow at Lord Liquidity. This is an interesting thing here, I think, as well, in reference to the CBDCs. This is his or her tweet. The commercial banks aren't getting bailed out this time. They've been getting bailed out since 2008 consistently. The system can't handle this debt load. We must reset. Central bank digital currencies make banks and sovereign government obsolete with a click of a button. And again, we talked about this on the stream last night. Why is Warren Buffett selling all his bank stocks? Breaking news. Berkshire Hathaway continues to sell banks, trim Wells Fargo's stake, and slashed its JP Morgan's investments by 96%. Berkshire also cut stakes in PNC Financial Services Group, Inc. and M&T Bank Corp. Very interesting. This is on Gold Telegraph. Let's take a listen to my guy, Alex Mashinsky. This is an interesting listen to. It kind of confirms this, what Warren Buffett is doing as well, confirms what Simon Dixon has been saying as well. And it also confirms what that guy, I don't remember his name was, who said it on the decentralized channel where Ripple X was featured as well at minute 50, 49.50, around that range. Old guy, gray hair. Check it out. Now let's listen to Alex Mashinsky. Although he is wrong on what Ripple is doing in terms of dumping on XRP, he's right in a lot of other ways. Let's listen to him.
Assets are completely shielded and protected from the chaos and mayhem that is happening in the traditional markets. I just don't see how banks survive this. Banks, again, hold real estate and other assets, mortgages that are denominated in fiat, and the value of fiat is decreasing. So what the asset they're holding is decreasing. So sooner or later, all these banks, European banks, American banks, are all going to be bailed out by the government. What does it mean, bailed out by the government? Whatever the bank owes you is going to be replaced with digital assets provided to you by the central bank. So you're actually going to have a wallet from your central bank, and you're going to have direct relationship with God.
Here's Alex Mashinsky. Again, I think it's always really, really kind of important to know his position, right? He's kind of in the know. He's in the 1% of the 1%, baby. That's where he is. Central banks, they're going to be issuing you the asset into your digital wallet. This is looking like it's where things are going. It's looking like it where it's going. Warren Buffett is not dumping commercial bank stocks for no reason. Trust me. It's not for no reason. Interesting to see that happen. Interesting, very, very interesting to see it happen. We all have to make a decision, right? If you got some money in the bank and now the central bank wants to issue a thing, are you going to take it? Or are you going to stay in the digital asset space and kind of do things that way? It's a very, very interesting thing. I know for us in the Crypto Seizures Home, we'll be taking advantage of the Celsius Network app and that platform because it allows us to stay in digital assets, even if we collateralize assets, even if we collateralize it and take dollars, even if we do that, we still are paying back we can pay back in worthless dollars and hold on to our digital asset, which I just think is just a good thing to do. And I like it. And you can even do a stablecoin loan. You know, you can take your earnings, put it 10,000 in stablecoin, and you can get a certain kind of loan from that, if you will, if you want, and kind of go from there. So I think holding on to the assets long term is going to be the deal. And I like earning interest on those assets every single week. It's a pretty cool deal. So straight from the mouth from Alex Mashinsky, take from it what you will. This is the big news of the day here. Shout out to XRP Yo-Yo for sharing this. I got it from like a bunch of people, but this is massive news. Thank you for all you do, my friend. We are ready, zero doubt, exclusive. OCC Chief Brian Brooks says payments charter is ready. I covered this on the stream last night. I wasn't planning on doing a live stream, but I had to do it to break this to you guys. OCC Chief Brian Brooks says payments charter is ready. More crypto banks coming soon. And here it is for Forbes article. Okay, thank you. Exclusive, OCC Chief Brian Brooks says payment charter is ready. More crypto banks coming soon. Before the announcement regarding Anchorage earlier this morning, which they're looking to apply for a charter, yesterday I had the opportunity to interview Brian Brooks, who is serving as acting comptroller of the currency, it should say, and has faced a challenging time during the Beer Code in leading the office of the comptroller of the currency. Brooks shared as of last night 2 breaking news items. 1, the OCC's payment charter is now available for applicants as promised by the comptroller. 2, that the comptroller has indicated a national trust charter is a pathways for crypto banks. Interesting. That, along with the Anchorage announcement today, there are additional crypto firms in the door with the OCC who are going after this trust charter. It's indisputable that Brooks has been a trailblazer who has brought a very unique view to the world of banking. This position that he has taken has certainly raised eyebrows from Capitol Hill, the banking associations, and from multiple state regulators. However, Brooks explained how not taking action where he did would have left the United States behind other countries in the future of banking. And here's the full interview here. So if you want to check this article out, there's the title. You can put it in Google and read the rest of that. I'm not going to go through the rest of the article, but that is great news. And then President Trump announced his intent to nominate Brian Brooks to be the next full-time Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. That is some exciting stuff. Hopefully that will definitely happen. Whitehouse.gov. Yeah, whitehouse.gov. Perfectly. Custodian Anchorage seeks a charter from crypto-friendly U.S. bank regulator. Isn't that interesting? So Anchorage is trying to get that crypto charter as well, right? That national charter as a crypto bank. Anchorage Trust co-filed for bank charter tonight. Yep, playing out as expected. This is from Caitlin Long, who tweeted this out. All United States custodians need bank charters. All United States crypto custodians need a bank charter. SEC News last week cast doubt on if state trust charter is a qualified custodian, but a bank clearly is. Avanti BT is way ahead. I guess that's maybe that is Anchorage. Love it. Anchorage application also comes at a time when the OCC, an agency that has existed since the Civil War, may be unusually receptive to such requests. Brian Brooks, the acting comptroller since May, is a former chief legal officer of Coinbase Exchange and has been noticeably focused on clearing the way for banks to participate in the crypto market, so much so that he was recently criticized by lawmakers. It was an embarrassing thing to see, I might add, by these lawmakers for spending so much time on this niche during a pandemic. Yeah, so that's some great news for Anchorage. I hope they get it, and it looks like they will. I'm going to end this video with this, and I think this is so important. Alex Mashinsky has pointed this out as well. Someone called Pompliano out, Anthony Pompliano out on something. I find it to be very interesting. So Pompliano tweeted, Bitcoin is up 154% in 2020. In the traditional world, that's some great stuff. Ecos XR, what does that say? Ecos XRP1. What's going on, my friend? I think you've checked it on the channel before. Cell token is up 3,478% this year. But you won't mention that. So in 2020, it's up 3,477%. But you won't mention it, pal, because you're on the BlockFi payroll, buddy. So 3,478%, ETH 208%, BTC 132%. That is the deal there, without question. Some interesting stuff there. Some really, really interesting stuff. I got to figure out how to do the sell play. I have some sell. I got some at 50 cents, 60 cents, 50 cents. If it's going to be the new Binance coin, if you see it that way, right? 2-3 years from now, I guess $2 is a good deal. So maybe put a little into that, or take some other gains and use some of the other gains to get some sell. Maybe do something like that. So we shall see, but that is the truth, my friends. Cell token. Wow, that ecosystem, that flywheel at Celsius is working really, really well. You guys know I am a proud ambassador of the Celsius network. And I got to tell you, I am very, very encouraged by earning an interest on my assets every single week. Monday is a great day. For a lot of people, Monday morning is not a great day. For people who have the Celsius app and are earning interest every week, Monday is a great day. There's a link in the description of all of my videos. Plus, check out the other links as well. Trusted links, right? So you don't have to worry about all this phishing that is going around. See if you're interested. Get yourself a Ledger Nano. Definitely check out the Celsius app. And I think if you do $200 I get a certain amount of BTC and you get a certain amount of BTC. But in any case, start to think and act like the 1% of the 1%. And this is what the Celsius Network app allows you and I to do. Number one, it allows us to acquire assets, right? We may have to go on Coinbase or somewhere else to get the asset, but we can acquire the asset and hold assets, hold the asset, then do like the 1%, 1%, earn interest on the asset, hugely important. Earn BTC on your BTC. If you're in the States, if you're in Europe, you have an opportunity to earn sell on your BTC. If you wanted to that, you have an option to choose between BTC and sell, right? And then, so acquire the asset. In other words, accumulate, hold assets, get yourself some assets, right? Earn interest on those assets, number two. And then number three, when the timing is right, when it makes sense for you, leverage your assets, take a collateralized loan, leverage your assets where you get what you want, dollars or stablecoin money to go live your life, right? But you still have your assets at the end when you pay the money back. You still have the assets. And so it's, again, the timing has to be right. It has to make sense. You got to have a strategy for doing it. But the interest rates, I got to tell you, just ridiculous. The 1% loan is still going on today, I believe. 1%. Now that's a 25% loan to value, but it's a 1% loan. And they have two programs going on right now. I believe in the UK and Australia, if you're in those areas, it's 0% interest, 0% in the UK and in, I believe they did it in Australia for the Aussies as well. I mean, where are you going to get that? Where are you going to get it? The Celsius ecosystem, I'm telling you, you want to be part of it, guys. You want to be part of that ecosystem, and however way you choose to do it, whether that be purchasing the Cell token, whether that be downloading the app, right? No fees, no withdrawal fees, no deposit fees, no loan origination fees, no late payment fees, no fees from Celsius, none. Celsius does not charge, right? You can use your bank card, and in other parts around other places in states or countries, you can do the SEPA. It's a home run. 80% of the revenue that Celsius generates, they pay it back to the deposit holders, you and I. 80% of the revenue, not the profit, of the revenue, they pay it back to you and I because of this sound business model. Anyone has any questions, please reach out to me in the comments of this video, and I will educate you on what's going on there. And if need be, I'll walk you through it step by step. I am never hesitant to hop on a Zoom. I'll say, okay, this is what you do here, and this is what you do there. I feel it my duty to help because I truly believe this is the thing for the average Joe and the average Jane. It's not on exchange where the exchange is going out and making money on the assets that you leave on the exchange and not giving you anything. Or if they're giving you anything, they're giving you pennies as compared to what Celsius is giving. All right, guys, listen. I've gone on too long. It's been a great hangout for sure. Never ever forget that old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. By the way, guys, you can follow me on Twitter at @crypto_siege. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.